Hey, Rick here from Papa Bear Racing, and today we're going to check out whether or not you can really clean your tools using vinegar and baking soda. All right, you've seen it on YouTube, where they take rusty old gardening equipment like this, they throw it in a thing of vinegar, and voila, magically all the rust is gone and the tools are restored to like new. Well, sometimes you see that. Sometimes you see where they take a baking soda and they scrub it into a paste. And then what they do is they leave the paste on, put it in a container, and when they add the vinegar, it goes like the volcanoes used to make when you were a kid in school. So we're going to try some of these theories and see if they really work. Okay, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this metal box that my buddy Mark gave me, but it's big enough to go ahead and put my gardening equipment in. So first, I'm going to take an old cheap steel brush from Harbor Freight. I'm going to knock off any of the loose stuff. Okay, we're going to throw that in there. Next, if I'm going to pour vinegar into this big a container, I want to make sure that I can go ahead and make it worthwhile. So let's see, what else can we throw in here? We've got my old Snap-on oil filter wrenches. So I'm going to throw those in there. I'm going to throw in my brake line thing. It's got a little rust. The other half. Lineman pliers. My rusty old vice grips. Some pinchers. Okay, that should be enough to get us going. I'm going to go ahead and take some baking soda, and I'm going to kind of push it on here. I'm going to add some water. And I'm going to take my finger, see if we can kind of make a little bit of a paste. Actually, the paste seems to be working pretty good just with the baking soda. Okay, I'm going to leave that in there. What do I have? I have the cheap distilled white vinegar, 5% acidity. This was Good and Gather, which means it's probably Target. And I am going to strong. Okay, you can see it's already reacting. We're getting some bubbles. Let's go ahead and don't put too much in here, but let's see that. I'm gonna put a little in there. A little bit in there. A little bit in there. A little bit on top of my gardening. All right, let's just do this. All right, I moved the box off the workbench onto the floor, and I'm going to let it sit for a while and try not to touch it. I get real, I'm not real patient, so I want to put it out of the way where I don't think about it and don't want to check on it every few minutes. So, okay. It's been about 36 hours now. Just looks kind of yellow and gross and no bubbles and no action. So let's put it on the bench and take a look at what we got. The stuff that was greasy, cleaned up real nice. The stuff with mechanics grease, cleaned up really good. The stuff with hardcore rust, I don't know. I almost think you're better to hit it with a wire wheel. than to go ahead and mess around with this vinegar and spilling it all over the ground. And it does clean up nice. But as far as my vice grips, I don't know. I think it would have been better to polish it with a wire wheel and see what comes up. So, my theory, it's not that great. I think if you're serious about getting rid of rust, Evap-O-Rust is a product I've heard that works really well. And using vinegar, nah, I would pass. So until next time, have a great day.